Yes, we are like St. John that is being celebrated today. He's not just being celebrated just because we want to celebrate him, but because he had some accomplishments, and by the end of the day, his name is written in heaven. And not only that, we had in today's gospel reading, John chapter 20, when they were describing about how Mary Magdalene saw Jesus with other disciples, and then a particular mention was made about one apostle using the phrase, the one whom Jesus loved most. We always hear this in the gospel, and we know it refers to John the Apostle. John was a brother also to James, and in some places we see him being very outstanding, especially when Jesus was dying on the Calvary. And in verse 26 of John 19, Jesus handed the mother over to the John, and John over to the mother. Mother, behold your son, son, behold your mother. And from the tradition of the Catholic Church, they said he was the only person, that only apostles that was there when Jesus was dying. And it happened also that we had that he was the last to die of the apostles. Every other apostle was martyred except John. That's why we are wearing white. If he was martyred, we could have been putting on red vestments. And somebody we already know, yet the one that the Bible was referring all the time, the apostle whom Jesus loved most. And we can see that by the end of the day, he has his reward. There is a reward for every faithfulness. And that was why I decided to tune this song. I never knew he will honor me. Yet, you wouldn't understand this also. We had that every other apostles married also. He was the only one that was not married. Of course, maybe probably Jesus handed him over the responsibility of looking after the mother. It will also make him to not to be looking outside and looking for somebody else to marry. For whatever reason, but we already know where the pointer is going. That John made some effort. He made some special effort. He made some extra effort. And by the end of the day, he was actually honored. And he had that title, the one to whom Jesus loved most. Jesus loves us. But at the same time also, we know that our action attracts the love of Jesus. We are not folding our hands. As we have had in the first reading, first letter of St. John, chapter 4, where John was talking about that which we have heard, that which we have seen, and that which we have touched. And then we have a fellowship with the Father in Jesus Christ. So you say, and it was the same John also, you remember, in his gospel, he started Gospel of John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word that was with God was God himself. And at a point he said, John 1:14, that the Word made flesh and dwelt among us. So, and at a point also he talked about verse 11, that he came to his own rejected him. But those who accepted him, he gave them power to become children of God. So connecting it to the first reading today, 1 John chapter 4, from verse 1 to 4, that which we have heard, that which we have seen, that which we have touched. And what I love most, that John completed that statement, so that our joy will be complete. Sister, you cannot come to Jesus and your joy will not be complete. Brother, you cannot come to Jesus and your joy will not be complete. Let us know the truth. Problem will never finish. There is no problem-free world. The world is not a bed of roses. In one way or the other, many times I start, like today, something happened to me. I had a splash where I was eating, and then it was like a pepperish dish, and immediately it went to my eye. But I found that I was already like, hey, that your eye will pepper you, we pain you, that in fact I need to struggle to douse the pains. But I found out that the whatever that has splashed stopped, the eyelid stopped it. So it made me in a minute to think about the wonders of God in creation.